Chenzo's Go Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, probability-based trading alert, technical analysis, and company philosophy, right? As you know, it's a computer software, technical analysis based system that I use as I'm a technical trader, and that's what I bring to you in a super simple, easy way to trade this manipulated market. And I've just posted my first monetary and fiscal policy Friday video. It turned out to be a two-part video because I got cut off midway through and just decided to just continue on to a second long part and make it a part two. And it was about 25 or 30 minutes long, and it's a very good video going over the Fed policy, interest rates, right? What's been going on in the markets that they manipulate, right? But you can see here in Bitcoin, that's exclusively to members of Jabroni Killer. We now have 7 members of Jabroni Killer, and we would like to go, as this show goes on, we're going to spotlight you guys and shout you out by name and thank you for the support. And if you want to be part of what's going on, not only the crypto talk over there, the technical analysis classes that I'll be putting up in the future, lots of things going to be going on, but we have fiscal and monetary policy Fridays is a running series, and we have commodity Mondays, right? Because we are a well-rounded company, and if you're going to trade crypto, you're going to have to know what's going on in the monetary and fiscal policy side of things, what's going on in the commodity sector and the all-around financials in the United States, because that directly correlates to stocks and assets and risk assets, especially the crypto, right? The crypto sphere. But if you don't care about any of that stuff and you just want to support the channel and don't care about the content that's going over there and have never had an easy way to support the channel, that's become a member of Jabroni Killer. Not only do you get all that exciting stuff we do over there, and it's very fun and informative, and a group of people over there that's going to be growing, you can just simply support the channel. $14.99. It's a one-time, 1-month payment. It's very super simple and easy. 12 payments a year at $14.99, and that helps support the channel. If you don't care about any of the other things that go on over there and the great value that it truly is a great value, right? The price will never rise. The price will remain the same no matter the content that goes on there. And we have Howard, welcome Howard, Art, Mr. Art Lopez, Howard Payne, welcome today, new members of Jabroni Killers. Derek, my man Derek, he's running our Telegram. I've made him the admin, and he's making phenomenal changes over to there. So as I start having time, I can upload and get more in contact with you. You can contact me and talk directly to me at Telegram. If you're a member of Jabroni Killer, all you have to do is email me or just comment me your Telegram name, and I will send you that invite. So Howard Payne, Art Lopez, welcome as new members of Jabroni Killers that we just picked up today. C Payne became a Jabroni Killer member a couple of days ago. My man Derek Fletcher, Greg Lackey, a valuable asset of the he's been around for a long time, and Benny G, welcome to members. You're the first 2, 4, 6, 7 members of Jabroni Killers, and we thank you for the support. And at the very least, it helps support the channel, keep the content all free, and lots of content where we can grow and continue to expand what we can get to you, right, in a timely manner when the markets are moving. And you can see what we've been talking about is this orange ring, right? And you can see we had that little pump back here where we thought this orange ring coming up to it would top it out, and it essentially did. It got a little bit higher. You can never get the exact height, but you see it made one pump over, made a double top that we called out, and then it traded back down to the support and failed it. Now it's coming back up to retest this blue ring up here and this descending orange ring, right? And these both, I think, are going to knock the price down again. And you can see it tried to wick over and got slapped right back down. And it's currently underneath the orange ring. And if you can't get above this orange ring, you're going to trade back down to the $37,000 mark, right? So if you want to try to get bullish, you got to get over this blue ring. You got to get some volume to come pouring back in and start to fight you back up into this traded area over there. And that's going to be what you're watching out for this weekend with our industry exclusive drawing tool, is how you're interacting with this blue ring right here. See that? and this descending orange ring, right? I think it's going to top you out. I think you're going to have a hard time sustaining over this, and it's eventually going to force you back to the downside, right? That's just what I think's going to happen. Could it not happen? Could not happen. It could go way up into here and retest this upper traded area, right? Or at the very least, maybe get back into this mid ground, right? This is a big traded area over the recent few days, but I think there's just not enough volume. And you're going to start to have to trade back down and then maybe come retest down in here and maybe find some buyers and then kick back up for another nice trade up into here, right? So we're going to watch that this weekend in the Bitcoin. And members of Jabroni Killers is a first mover advantage. You get my where I think the market's going to go, just like we called out the flush in the market. Didn't know it was going to be the Ukraine news that flushed the market when we had that hard flush the other day. But I told my members of Jabroni Killers that day I was out of the market and I would not be in the market on a swing trade till certain levels below, and the market flushed exactly at Bitcoin to where we thought it would go, because we had a stock market Bitcoin correlation short-term price targets, and it followed it beautifully. Same thing when we were up here. We told you this was a critical area to try to hold support at the 17-cent level, and we came right down to it, started forming support, and now we're trying to trade out of it with a nice little pump here with a little bit of volume. But if you notice it, it's substantially lower than the last cluster of buy volume, so that's something to take notice of. You're trading into some leveling off moving averages, which is a neutral pattern. When you're trading sideways, it's neutral. When they start trading up and the price is coming down on them, it's very bullish, right? Just like when the moving averages are coming down and the price is coming up at it, it's bearish, rejection, bearish, rejection, bearish, rejection, rejection, rejection. But then notice this time it started to stabilize out a little bit, and it allowed the price to pump over it. And now they're both starting to level out. The 50 to 100, or the 200 to 100, and the 50 now is starting to slowly trade back up. And if that continues to happen, it can trade back up the next few days. You can start holding some support on it. And then the 200-day levels off, comes into it, and then you form an upper resistance, and now you got a little pattern right here, right? Now you got a little support and resistance zones based on the moving averages coming up, and that can give you guys a little bit of a heads up if you have if you use the moving averages, and you can use the moving averages you like, and if you understand and start to learn the technicals and how to play the moving averages, it can help you kind of see future patterns that could develop, right? How do I turn the brightness back up? Brightness went down because it thought my phone was, there it goes. My battery was low. Let's just make sure this is charging. That's why I always check this, because it likes to cut out on me and not tell me. But once you learn to play the moving averages, you can play something like that, right? So that's what could be happening there if we're just looking at that from the outside on XLM. And it's been a good call by that. And if you can continue to bounce, and that's why we have this up here as your upper resistance, the first one, now that you've gotten over it, your second upper resistance would be up here. Oh, we already had that up there. That would be your major upper resistance on a back test of this blue ring. But now that you've breached and got over briefly that 200-day, even though you've traded back below it now, you could say now your upper resistance has moved to up here. This is your next resistance point to try to trade back by, right? Would be up here. Let's bring this over here. Up here at this blue, at this green arrow, right? And now your next and then your major upper resistance would be if you could get back up there at 26 cents. I'm not forecasting that right now, but you got to get over this 200-day and close, and then you can make a run at 22 cents. If you can't, and you keep getting squeezed in between the 200 there and the 50 in red, and you trade within this range, that the moving average range, and then it forces you back down and you form another double bottom and can't hold it, then you have a big fall down to the next underneath target. And we know the next underneath target is all the way down here at 10 cents, right? Because we're playing the ring system in XLM, and the ring system has been working beautifully over the past several months. Just playing ring to ring to ring, you can see support, then resistance, then support, and that flush through support, flush, support, got underneath it, flush, back test, flush, right? And then we were in this symmetrical triangle, and we knew we were coming down here next, and then we got supported on it, came back up, back tested, got rejected, but now we've double bottomed this, and on a perfect double bottom over a nearly 1 month span, that leads me to believe that we could potentially be trying to come up here again, right? This whole area up here, when you have a nice double bottom of that long. But sometimes what happens is you get a double bottom like that. It's kind of long, goes from January to beginning of January to beginning of December, and it doesn't come back up and it flushes hard, right? So you got to really pay attention for that, because this is a key rejection point, because you got rejected off that after coming out of this 12-month symmetrical triangle, just like XRP, right? As soon as you flush this and come back and back test it, in the technical trading world, you're now confirming the breakdown because you got harshly rejected. So if you were to come back up there, it's very unlikely, and what's more likely is you come much farther down before you come back and test these levels, because you've confirmed a breakdown now by touching it and flushing, right? So that's what we're going to pay attention for there. And if you want to be a first mover and get the first mover advantage, you need to go become members of Jabroni Killers. And you can now see XRP. When we were in this pattern, we diagnosed out here, out ahead of the competition, on you were going to flush down to this double bottom from back there, because we were waiting for that, all the way back here after it came back up from the flush. From the time it came back up from the flush, all in here, we were telling you it had to come back down there and double bottom. But then when we were in this last consolidation before the breakdown, Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, and another reason to become members as Jabroni Killers is because Vincenzo keeps you 69.69 steps ahead of the competition in the future trading and the future plays that are going to be out there. We told you when it came down here, this is a good buying, short-term buying opportunity, because often, but not always, it likes to come up and at least back test this. And usually, just like we showed you in XLM, it gets rejected to confirm the breakdown, or at least temporarily confirm the breakdown. But 1.69 out of 10, it likes to come up into here, and you say, well, how do you know it's going to come up to there? Because in the daily time frame, the 200-day moving average is right there. See that? See the 200-day right there? And that's how we knew that if we broke back into here, that would be your logical rejection point, right? Because the 200-day was right there. And then we told you, right? And remember, this is all when we were back here before we flushed. And then we said, go watch the video from back then. Then we said, now the next major thing you're gonna have to watch, if you want to get up into here, your major upper resistance at a descending 97 cents. When you were here at the 200-day, you would have to get rejected. Come back and back test this old symmetrical triangle now as support again. And then if you can hold it, and only then would you be able to trade up to here and possibly retest this 96, 97 area, and then potentially maybe try to work your way up to one of these where they give you a big fake out now, and then a very hard flush all the way down to that 22-cent target, right? I've seen that happen a lot, and I don't know if that's going to happen this time, but you do have a way now to get up into here, because it's done everything we said it needs to do to get XRP to retest this 97, 95 cents, right? And you can go watch some videos. Let's get this over here. 95 cents would be about where this is at on March 10th, and it's at about 96 cents now. But go watch the videos from back here, and this fucking stupid thing. Go watch the videos from back here in December before we flushed, or back here in January when we were right up in here. Watch the videos in January 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, where we were diagnosing how you come back down here and then you like to back test up here. But then if you wanted to get up here in the road less traveled, how you would do that. And that's what you're trying to do now. So there is a way where XRP now has freedom to get up here, because it's done all this that it needs to do in order to get up there. And that's what we're going to watch out for over the next several days to see if XRP can't not get up there or can get up there. And then eventually it's still going to come down here, but there is a way where you go here first and then go there, right? And we've been keeping you out ahead of that in XRP. And another reason to become members of Jabroni Killers is I'll keep you up to date in the trading setups. And this is a fabulous trading setup right now. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love.